Sunday, the 28th of May, and we're on the FTSE 100. So let's have a quick recap of this market from last week in relation to our Sunday analysis, and then we'll have a look at the market for the trading week ahead. Okay, so last week we were already up toward these all-time highs, and what we were looking for was potential rejection, so continued rejection as a suggestion of weakness coming into the market. If we did not see that, then we were continuing to follow the bullish trend of the market. Now, I went over this last week, but it is really important again this week. It's very easy for people to, especially after a strong move in a market, so a strong bullish move or a strong bearish move, and people try to start picking the tops. They start to get it into the head that, so after a bullish movement, they'll start thinking, this market can't go any higher. They start getting the bias and they just start selling into the market blindly. They don't want to take the buy positions. And what happens is they end up suffering losses. You know, a market can always go higher as long as people are finding value. You don't really want to try and pick tops in markets, and you also don't really want to try and pick bottoms in markets. You just want to focus on what price action is telling you. And you know, that's what being a price action trader is all about. Now, last week, if we mark in 1, 2, we had rejection on the Monday. Then the Tuesday, rather than showing the rejection, we had a doji candle, which means we're rejecting to the bullish side and to the bearish side. Now, last week, we were looking at, let me just mark this in properly, this whole area right here as potential support. Now, up toward the all-time highs, we don't have a lot of price action to be looking at. So it becomes a little bit more tricky to identify key levels. But last week, this became key support. Let's have a look at the 4-hour time frame. With subscribers, let me just close this so it loads faster. With subscribers, we went over this whole area down here. We're simply identifying it with the pins down from here. As we've came up, we've created the large pins up here. Came down, came back up once again. You can see the pins. It's giving us that suggestion that this is a support and resistance level. Now let's just jump back onto the daily time frame. So we're looking at this level here as potential support. Now, as the market started to spike up, it also created these highs, and this became our resistance level. Just mark it in right here. And what we're looking at basically were buy positions from here, sell positions from here, following the indecision of the market. What you can see is we had the reaction. I'm sure we had a reaction on the Wednesday also from these levels, and we've had the bullish bounces from down here. For me, this is a relatively key level on the FTSE 100 now. On the Thursday, we created, once again, another doji candle. You can see it closing just back below these key levels here. And then on the Friday, we had that strong bullish rally. So coming into next week, these two levels remain key. Now, we don't have price action up above to be looking for resistance. We really need to let price action dictate that for us. You basically want to look at the trading days, look how they line out, look on the 4-hour time frame, the daily time frame, look for signs of rejection, areas where sellers are finding value in the market, and areas where buyers are looking to take profits. You know, it'll show you on the charts on the 4-hour and the daily time frame, but the key thing is don't get a bearish bias until the market gives you that evidence. Now, we also had the all-time highs up here. So the all-time highs from back in 16th and 17th of May. These are also good levels of support and resistance. But for me, the stronger levels, we have one right here, and then we have one right here. These are the sort of 3 main areas I will be watching. Now, if we start to see strong bullish rallies, we just turn to the round numbers. So round about 7,600 would be the next potential area of resistance. We have pressed above on Friday of the all-time highs. We have not accepted up here as yet. However, down here, For potential bullish positions now, we would be returning back down to the level. We can see we've rejected, we've came up and held at the level, pressed above, closed back below, and now we have broken back above. So this would potentially be resistance becoming support if we fall back down for those potential bounces. Down here also for support. If we start to break down below these levels, it becomes resistance. Support, when it breaks, very often becomes resistance, and then breaks down below this level here. These have been the key areas of support back from the 22nd, 23rd, 24th of May. A breakdown below here would now be suggesting further bearish action entering the FTSE 100. Okay guys, so that is everything for next week. We do have a Monday bank holiday, so back to trading on the FTSE on Tuesday. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. As always, I hope that was helpful. I'm James Orr, and thank you.